Okay, so I'm thinking about things right now. I'm just going to jump into it. So, when it comes to when I was drawing back then, like I'm thinking about like the drawings that I like, you know, that I've drawn. I don't think about the effort that was put into it at all. I've forgotten the effort that was put into it. Um so and I'm thinking about when I've drawn things, mostly certain drawings, but like when I've drawn them before, like I wasn't really thinking about the effort or like or the time that it would take to draw that thing. I mean, sometimes I didn't even know how it turned out. I just had like I don't know, an idea in my head and like I would like sculpt it little by little, more or less, if that makes sense. But but the most recent drawing I've done, which isn't finished, but I did a draw pile and I started drawing Angie from Danganronpa V3 in a bunny girl outfit, and the thing is, it was kind of a random prompt, but I was like, all right, that's something cute. I'm not exactly thrilled. Like, I'm not excited about it, but I'm not like disgusted by it or anything. So I was just like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll just do that. And only a couple people like joined the draw pile, but the thing is, like, even though I was drawing slower than the two people that joined, um I was generally having a good time. There were several moments where I was like, uh, and and instead of like continue drawing, I like took a break to see what the other people were drawing. Like, wow, cool, nice, and just enjoy what they're making. And then like at a maximum of 5 minutes or some shit, I'd go back to um, working on my drawing. And it was okay. It was nice. It felt nice at the time. And I wasn't sweating the details. I wasn't sweating how much effort or how much time it'd take for me to like draw it or finish it. I kind of didn't care if I finished it, but I was okay with like working on it more maybe in the future. I wasn't like opposed to working on it more, and so I'm like, I'm in the middle of like this intellectually interesting scenario, though it's also kind of like frustrating emotionally. Anyway, like frustrating into trying to figure shit out kind of way. But trying to make sense of shit, cause I have what I view as my current problem is that like I want to say life sucks, and it definitely fucking feels that way sometimes lately. And it definitely feels like with responsibilities piling up and having to deal with life just giving me a shitty hand, like my kitchen sink backing up and stuff, and there's not a lot of time and energy to do shit. Maybe during the weekend. Maybe. At least one day out of the weekend. But I feel like that's not enough time to get a fucking foothold and know what to do with myself to actually, you know, feel happy and shit. Like, know what I want to do for my own happiness, to make dealing with life, I don't know, feel less unpleasant, I guess. But because of feeling like time and energy is of the essence, I don't want to fail. I don't like the idea of me trying something, it not working out, and then boom, there it goes. Now I gotta go through another fucking week before I can even try again for something different, and all that like negative feelings just go into the next week, to where life gets really hard to manage the negative feelings. But it's interesting because like effort and time, I usually turn down ideas that I have for things to do because of the effort involved. And I try to tell myself I don't need to make something good. I just want to make something that other people will enjoy or something, because that's what I think is what I want, because that's usually what gets at me, like gets under my skin and shit. Because if people are engaging and liking what I've done, it really helps motivate me to keep at it. And if I don't get that, if my stuff gets ignored, that usually demotivates me. Though there is one time where I got like engagement, but for some reason it felt like hollow because saying like I don't know. There was one thing that I thought was I liked about it, but it didn't seem like other people liked it in the same way. But I don't know. That's, I want to say neither here or there. That's just a tangent. But it's just so weird that like the drawings that I like that I have done seem to not stem from thinking about the effort or time it'd take to finish them or anything like that. And I want to say it doesn't have to be drawing. I feel like I just want to make stuff, I guess. But maybe I don't know myself as well, and I have to like sit with myself and spend time with myself a bit more to figure stuff out a bit more. But like if I want to do stuff, then I'm thinking about things wrong or something. Or like definitely me thinking about the effort or time I'd take just gets in the way. But what's the essence? Because maybe it's mindset. Because my mindset is definitely different from when I'm drawing the actual things. Though I've kind of lost touch with that. Though it's pretty nice that I had that draw pile experience kind of recently, like a month ago, I want to say. Maybe that's the best kind of environment for me, is where I'm doing my, I want to say I'm doing my own thing, but I like seeing other people do their thing too. And I want to feel like I'm a part of that. And it's maybe the draw pile is kind of like that because, you know, I was drawing on the same canvas at the same time as these other two people. And it also kind of helped because one of them was also drawing like characters in bunny girl outfits, so it felt like a theme I was a part of that I started, but it doesn't matter I started. It's just like I just feel like I'm a part of it. And so I could do my own thing, which I did. I went my own pace. I used references, tried to figure out how to do the kind of pose I'd want. Talking about this is kind of hard because like I'm trying to use, it feels like I can't use my brain and my feelings at the same time because I'm trying to explore these feelings of how I was during those and trying to be aware of what was happening and shit, but I can't seem to use my brain and my feelings at the same time. And to describe this and talk about this, it's using up more of my logical brain side to try and decipher stuff. Logically, I think I want to get to the mindset I have now to the mindset that I have during the drawing. I think. Because I feel like I want guaranteed happiness and enjoyment or some shit out of whatever I decide to do, whatever I decide to make. And usually any doubts that I have usually comes from like reasons I'm not going to enjoy this thing. And then I feel discouraged. Yeah, I don't know how to get from here to there. I want to recognize that it was definitely, well, in the past when I was a high school student, it was definitely a lot easier for me to have time and energy for drawing. I would also watch YouTube videos. I actually had the, okay, so this is weird, maybe, but like I also watched the entirety of the anime Shugo Chara during that time. An episode a day. Not every day. There's most likely days that I've skipped, but I stuck with it, and it wasn't really like determination cut, but like I definitely felt like I had, well, I really don't know how it happened. I know how it happened, I just don't know why it was able to happen. I feel like I'm, Ojamjo Doremi is my favorite anime, but I haven't finished it. I believe it's longer than Shugo Chara, but still. Um, I don't even know if this is tangent, but I guess back then, it felt like I had time. I felt like time isn't of the essence. So I want to say that like I felt I could do whatever I wanted. But did I know what I wanted? I'm not so sure, especially since I don't know what I want to do now. I feel like since high school, which is around the same fucking time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just kind of did nothing and waited for like some feelings of a dream to fucking pop up, and I'd know what direction to go, and it never fucking happened. I'm almost 31 years old. I'll be 31 next month. Which reminds me, it's August 16th, 2024. And I'm obviously worrying about time. I'm getting older. I worry about my body because I have a hard time taking care of myself. I currently feel like in the future I'm going to have regrets that I'm going to be like, I don't know how I deal stuff differently. And but some future planning is necessary, but sometimes, like, I recently watched a video that talked about like sometimes future thinking can be bad because when the future gets involved, I'll do it someday. You know, we don't try to think about shit now. We don't try to do shit now because we could always do it someday. And the point of that video is that like it's a tool, and of course like problems arise when that future thinking controls us instead of we control the future thinking and shit. And anxiety is worrying about consequences in the future and stuff. Anxiety is definitely worrying about the future. But that's definitely what I do, I guess. I worry about my future because I don't but because I don't know what to fucking do about my present. But I'm most likely not going to feel content because how the hell am I supposed to fix my future when I don't, like, the future doesn't exist yet? I have no idea what the future is going to hold, what it's going to look like. I don't really. But, should I think about the present, what I can do now? I like that's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Is what I'd want to do right now. But I want to say it hurts because life seems like it's going to get in the way, and I want something I can rely on for when life gets in the fucking way like it always does and shit. That's me trying to plan for the future. Maybe the best way I plan for the future is to plan for right now, though. If that makes sense. Like if I fuck. Now this I do not have the words for, because I really have not thought about this yet at all. So I guess allow me spew nonsense so that when it's out in the open, maybe my brain can fucking see the pieces better to make better connections. Who knows? But my present. Right now, today, I've been stressed since I got off work. Things haven't been going well. I was overwhelmed with needing to do a bunch of things, and then my doctor appointment being canceled, or no, I had to reschedule because my ride couldn't make it because their own doctor appointment they're being holed up at the doctor's office, wondering why they haven't been seen yet. But yeah. So instead, have to schedule it for next week. He took me and my mother to go get some things done. I could have done more things that need done while I was out, but because things were going poorly, I just figured it'd be best for me to like prepare for those things, but not explicitly go through with them. I needed to deposit a check. I took check with me, but I never mentioned it because I didn't want to add more to my plate. If that goes wrong and it becomes even more painful and more stressful, it would become even harder for me to manage those unpleasant feelings, and I'd most likely end up being a bitch that lashes out at every little pain, every little inconvenience. So I decided it'd be best for me to prepare, but not to like force it. If it coincidentally comes up, then I can be like, okay, I'm prepared for this possibility. We can do this. But yeah. It didn't happen, which I'm kind of okay with. I want to say it'd make things easier, but at the time I'd be like, no. I have a hunch that it would not actually make things fucking easier. But, oh shit. But yeah, things went okay. They weren't so stressful after that. So I've been able to kind of recover, but still. Part of my stress when I got home was fucking not knowing when maintenance people were going to come back about my sink. My kitchen sink. And right when I entered the kitchen after coming home, I heard a gurgle and some water backed up and then drained, and then there was like shit in the sink that I had to clean up, and I left office a message about it. But currently, because of work that has been done on it recently, the backing up isn't as bad as it was a couple days ago, which is good. It's still a problem, but this is my present. This is how my life is now. As far as I know, I have a weekend that is free so far. And I kind of touched on this before I started recording, but maybe what I need to focus on is the unpleasant feelings or whatever in the present. Like, how do I manage my present? And really hope that this doesn't I guess I'm gonna do little warning. Like, I don't know how to do this, and I really don't want to like get in trouble just because I mentioned something, but let's just say I did some minor self-harm. No I don't want to describe it, but I also want to describe it so that people know that it's not anything serious like people think of when they think of, self-harm. I really want to stress that's minor. But I want to say that it was like a coping mechanism because like I was trying to be more aware of my feelings and stuff, and the minor self-harm that I've done for some reason felt good. Not too good. Like it was like a kind of relief, and I think the reason for that was just my anger and frustration. My minor self-harm is me trying to get some of that anger and pain out of me. And I guess it's managing my unpleasant feelings, but I should try to find better ways for that, which thankfully I don't do it as much. I don't do it all that frequently. But what am I doing in the present? I'm making this video. I'm recording. I'm talking about this stuff because well, I felt like it's important, and it's I want to be able to remember it. And I'm not sure if talking about it exactly helps with that, but I want to believe that in the future maybe someone can like leave a comment or something that will remind me about the topics I've talked about and stuff. And so I can be more aware of myself without these thoughts like just slipping away and I forget. I feel like it's important enough to do something to try and extend their longevity or my awareness of these things. But also like talking about it out loud can kind of help with like processing and thinking things through. So I guess, does it have to be a video? Technically, like, does this have to be a video I upload? And the only reason I'd upload it is because I kind of make it easier. I kind of have it to where it's easy to upload. I don't have to fucking edit anything. I just compress the video so that the file size is less than a gigabyte, so that it uploads fast and I can get it out of my fucking hair. And then hopefully something will fucking come of it. And if not, well, I'm moving on I'm trying to move forward regardless. But the it's probably already obvious. The hard question is probably, what do I do in the present about creating stuff, about making stuff? Because that's what I feel like I want to do, right? And again, like, just now, maybe the process that I like, that fits me, maybe the process of doing my own thing and taking breaks to look at other people do their thing. I feel like logically that can be a double-edged sword, because I can like compare myself to them, which I can definitely do that, like with the draw pile. I did not like accomplish, I didn't draw fast like they did, I didn't draw as much as they did, but like I noticed these things, but I didn't see it as like bad. I didn't see it as like they're better than me or that I'm worse than them. What I just seen it as like, I'm drawing, they're drawing. I'm interested in what they're drawing. And then I like bounce back between being interested in their drawing and being interested in working on mine. Yeah, it would be cool if that knowledge like helps me some way. Which I don't know if it's going to help me, but I still think it's kind of cool to know that about myself. Like, I assume that's how I was able to like push through, but it wasn't through willpower. It wasn't like I gotta push through this unpleasant thing. But I want to say that it doesn't have to be drawing. That's just the logic behind it, because I've had fun doing game dev as well. Sometimes. Right now, I want to say that for the mindset of like effort and time, you know, those attributes, and thinking about how how fucking strange it was back then, or like when I draw something where those things were not on my mind. And so there's this weird ass fucking relationship that I have with drawing where I would put some effort in and it would take some time. Like there's some drawings where I don't know how long it took me to draw them, but I only imagine from how they look and the effort I must have put in to, well, it's weird to think about effort over time because there's definitely like a time where I like worked on a game 20 minutes every day for a month. And because it was just 20 minutes, it felt like the effort I was doing was little, but because it's over time, I apparently got a lot done. A lot of effort was put into it, but it didn't feel like a lot of effort because that effort was stretched out over time, obviously. And so, like with my Levani drawing, which I'm thinking of right now, my French pose Levani drawing, I'll try to put it on the screen right now. Not window capture, image probably good. Let's just call it image. Oh boy. Yeah, I wanna like show it while talking about it. Excuse me? Okay. Apparently I do not have it in Safe for Work folder. Okay. I have it not Safe for Work just because it's a little suggestive. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it with the white background. I also have an edit where it's like in a forest, but the forest picture background obviously was not mine. So I'm a little self-conscious about showing that one, but I don't know, I made a disclaimer, so it'd be more pleasant on my eyes instead of a bright white background. Anyway, this looks on model and stuff like I even did like some faint leaf pattern shape thing for the leaves, if you can see that. But I assume this took a lot of effort, but it's probably done over time, over a long time. I don't fucking know how long. I don't remember how long. Let's see, does this thing have a date on it? No, it just says Levani French shading. So it doesn't have a date stamped on it. But yeah, I have a strange fucking time conceptualizing that, but it's because my mindset is just set on fucking effort and time to do something, and that's not what I did to make this. I don't even remember much about the process. I really don't remember much about how I made this thing. And I want to say that's kind of what pissed me off. Like, seeing my old drawings, I'm like, I'm glad I ended up making this and it exists now. But I don't remember what it took to actually make it. I don't think that's effort well spent because I don't remember what the effort was like. So I don't know how to weigh it. Exactly. But maybe that's my problem is that like I'm trying to weigh things based on how much effort and time it'd take to do those things. Because I don't want wasted time or wasted effort into something that I'm not going to enjoy. And it feels like there's some kind of fucking missing link because I'm all like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to put effort into? How am I supposed to find joy or relaxation or something in that process despite how fucking life is, you know? Despite how unpleasant the present is, or I guess an anxiety of the future, because that's also what stressed me out. And like recently, like yesterday, I also watched like a video about how to relax, and Healthy Gamer GG was talking about how your body, like what stress is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a short-term thing for when you're in danger, when your life's in danger, and not like a long-term stressor, anxiety thing or whatever. And like when you're in that like short-term life's in danger stress state, your body is supposed to activate some kind of de-stressing system almost instantly, so that, and so like the advice was to like do a dead-on sprint for like I wouldn't want to recommend it because I'm definitely someone who, if exercising or something, I'd definitely like take my ass too far and hurt myself in some way. But like it doesn't have to be long, but like it's a delicate balance, I'd say, because going 50% that you can handle is probably not going to yield much. 70% is probably going to be decent, is what he said. But like obviously that depends on the person. But yeah, I was thinking of like when I'm stressed and shit, maybe for me to relax, I need to like do some kind of sprint, which could probably done today, but man, I kind of just didn't. Mostly because the times that I wanted to do it, I was like, well, I don't want to do it and then like I'd be too exhausted to actually do the things that like are planned for me to do, even if those plans changed. But yeah, so I've been looking into like the stress thing. But yeah, like maybe it's simple where I have to ditch this mindset and try to go back to the one where I actually do shit, even though it takes a while. But it's probably not going to be so simple, but also, yes, it is. I at least want to understand why I'm at where I'm at before like transitioning, because the reason why I want to know what would be worth doing and what the effort will put me towards is I want to be more happy, and I don't want more again, I don't want more failure, because failure would not be so bad if it was if I felt like I didn't have, like if I felt like it was okay. And the reason why I feel like it's not okay is because I feel like I'm dealing with a lot of unpleasant things already, and so I want to avoid putting more unpleasant things onto me, which is why I want to guarantee that I'll enjoy something before I do it. And I'm stuck because if I see reasons for me to not enjoy something, it's basically a risk I'm not willing to take. But then that goes to this idea of instead of like transitioning, it's more of like thinking about the present. How am I going to manage the unpleasant things so that I guess I can try things and fail or something. Maybe that's what I should be focusing on, or at least explore. And it also kind of makes sense because I want the drawing or whatever fuck I'm making to be pleasant, to feel pleasant. Or even relaxing. And I don't know. Drawing has kind of been relaxing as I can remember. Definitely coloring. Coloring is definitely fucking relaxing, especially if I'm like when I was doing it on my phone, because I didn't have like internet. at that time, but like I was like drawing on my phone and then coloring using my finger. For some reason that feels like super fucking relaxing, like I'm finger painting, finger coloring. I don't know why. But I don't know. I mean, I guess this is something I can also look into or explore. Is instead of asking myself what would be more pleasant, what would be pleasant for me to do that I'd enjoy, but like maybe more on like how can I make something more pleasant for me? So like that probably makes sense, because instead of like trying to find the perfect one that I can handle and like just put my fucking faith into and dive headfirst in, I can like take whatever and make that more pleasant for me to actually do, despite the fact that it has like reasons for me to find it unpleasant or unenjoyable. Sometimes I can do things to help put barriers on those things, especially like when it comes to games where, because I play them in a certain way, I get fucking pissed off. Pissed off that I'm like stuck playing them because of this like self-imposed limitation. But I gotta learn to like tear myself away, but that's like willpower. So maybe it's more, how do I make it to where it's more pleasant, which, you know, maybe I can stretch it over time or something, I don't know. But I guess these are things to think about. And it's been an hour, so I guess this is the end of the video. If I remember what I've talked about, I guess well, maybe a recap's not necessary, because I probably already did a recap going backwards and talking about shit, but so this is my Levani drawing. Levani and Draw Me Like One of Your French Girl poses. And should show cursor. Yeah, it does. So this is not my drawing. This is sprite of Sophia from Rune Factory 3. This, however, is my drawing from a long time ago of a lion acting like a big old kitty, being all excited about like a laser dot, which is pretty cute, even though it's a, well, yeah, it's a sketch or something. It's definitely not polished. Like, it doesn't have to be good. I like this. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that it's not like completely fucking pretty. What is this eye shape? Oh my god, what is this? Epic fail. But no, I don't care. It looks cute. And I like it. But, and it has this, this pretty good, name, which is just fucking numbers. But, yeah, I guess I showed that off because I wanted to show it off before I end the video. I don't remember if I talked about it in my other videos, my other recent videos, but I've kind of discovered that, like, I like talking about the things that I like. So, like, it feels good to talk about the things I like, even if nobody's fucking listening. So, it'd be cool if somebody listened and, like, I get that connection, but still. Just me trying to figure out stuff in my life and, doing some soul searching, some self-discovery. And, I guess I'll also add to this that, like, one of the things that is also wrapped up into my feelings that are related to, like, this whole video is that I had an idea of, like, a concept of a self-discovery club just because of an anime I was watching and, like, I don't know what club to join and there's, like, so many. But, like, I resonate with the not knowing what the fuck to do with myself, not knowing what I want to do. And so, like, why wouldn't there be a fucking club for self-discovery? Because I want to self-discover myself, and, like, I need to know what the fuck I want, and I need to, yeah. And so thinking about what I'd want to do with, like, a story like that or a comic like that, and thinking through shit about that and being, like, discouraged and, like, trying to gauge what I'd want to fucking do. I kind of like the idea and concept, but I really don't know how to go about it because, like, I don't really want to make a story. I just want to use it to, like, explore myself. Use it to self-discover myself. But, I guess I'm kind of using that with these videos. Trying to. With these monster record videos. So, if anyone wants to take that concept and, like, run with it, be creative and shit, by all means, go for it. I would like to see an idea with that concept used. Self-discovery club. But, for lost souls like me who feel like they're directionless, they can get in touch with themselves, and it just tries to cultivate an idea of, like, sitting with yourself, getting to know yourself better to figure out what you'd want to do and shit, even if it's not in the context of like a career or passion or some shit. Anyway, I've talked for long enough. Leave comment down below for like any of your thoughts or feelings about like things I've said in this video. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.